Damn it. Why does this always happen? What's up, guys? Thanks for joining. Yeah, FIA slash GTSSA manufacturers race lap guide of Interlagos. What's up, Koketsu? Thanks for letting me know that my mic was muted this whole time. Damn it, I had such great chat there. But anyway, thanks for joining. Gonna do lap guide around the track for FIA and manufacturers and GTSSA for tomorrow. FIA manufacturers is on Saturday, so look out for me then, guys. Before I start, big shout out to Sky Coffee Company. You can catch them on Facebook at Sky Coffee Company, as well as on Instagram, same tags, and then on Twitter at Sky Coffee Co. Look out for me on my Facebook at KLM Pace GTSport, as well as on my Twitter at Pace KLM and my Instagram at KLM Pace. And for those of you that don't know, guys, I was interviewed this morning on Espresso Show at SABC. You can find that on the YouTube stream, or I think they might play it again on SABC or Facebook Live as well. Yeah, very, very fun stuff, and a big opportunity on my end, and a big shout out for them for interviewing me as one of their long-standing viewers. They interviewed me in terms of what I've got going on during lockdown, as well as a little bit about my hobby, which is the esports. So I'm really humbled for that, and I'm really happy for the opportunity that they gave me in terms of being able to get interviewed on their live show. I mean, it's an awesome platform, and hopefully they have me again, bigger and better things, guys. So big shout out to Espresso Show. Love the channel, love the show. Watch it every morning from 7 to 9 a.m. On SABC3 or YouTube. So yeah, guys, from my last video, many views and a lot of support from everyone that's watching. A big thanks to everybody, and as I mentioned, I will be posting quite a few of my races that I never actually got to stream on the channel. So there is a few already that have already done edits of, and I will post, if not next week, the following week, just because I am moving, so you can't see in the background right now, but there's a whole lot of boxes on the side of me. But yeah, I will get those videos posted up as soon as I can, and once the edits and everything look cool. And then from the community, one of the guys actually mentioned to me, which is actually a very nice idea for me to take on as a project, is that with GTSport, you generally find that a lot of the YouTubers do lap guides of a given track when the daily race of that track comes up, but you never really see them do like thorough lap guides of a specific car class on a specific track. So I was thinking that it would be good of me to maybe take that on as a project and have a playlist where you guys can obviously click on a specific track that you want to maybe get a grips of, and then obviously see what type of lap guide or what type of lines and braking points I take for that track. I mean, not everyone's the same, so I mean, it will just be literally a reference that you guys can have a look at. So yeah, a few things that I can definitely do for the channel. Hopefully it does bring a lot more support on my end, and I hope it does help you guys as well in terms of your GT sport racing. So now that all those formalities are out the way, I'm going to do lap guide around Interlagos. I'm sure you saw Monday night at 11:30 p.m. had a race with the Team North America, the Team North America vs Team South Africa series that we had. My boy Koketsu Pilani in chat here, he won that race. But yeah, an awesome track, awesome race. It was great to see that we're able to compete with guys not within our region, and just awesome to be able to take part. And big shout out to Dino Cantino. You can catch that race on his channel, Dino Cantino. And yeah, just really humbled, guys. Just been humbled with everything that's been going on the past few weeks and few months as well. So whatever. Alright, so GR4 Citroen. I'm on my soft set of tires. You can see my beast over there, and we're going to do a quick lap guide of Interlagos. So I'm just gonna try and go around the track quickly first up, and then I'll try and get to it corner by corner. Must say, I've really been enjoying this car. Learned quite a bit from it over the past few LNR seasons. It's been awesome to take part in FIA, and I think I'm currently the 7th or 8th best driver in terms of Europe, Middle East and Africa for Citroen. So doing well, guys, doing well. But more races, more points might mean better things for manufacturers. Citroen is currently 8th in the world, so that's all regions, as the manufacturer of choice. So Team Citroen doing well, guys. Okay, first things first, I'm going to just pull off to the side, let this defender behind me get past. Okay, so first things first, the last corner. This corner is the most terrible corner on the track, trust me, because it leads on to the long start finish straight. If you can get as much speed in and out of the corner as you can, the better. You have to, guys, when I say practice this corner as much as you can, you really have to practice this corner. Trust me, it's where races are won and lost, especially if you are battling with somebody at the last few laps. So definitely look out for that last corner. So, how to take it? Obviously you're going to come off that bend, maybe half throttle, full throttle, depending, which we'll get to that a bit later. But try and brake. You'll see the 50 board there, but try and brake where you would think the 100 or the 75 meter board is. Okay, reason why you brake so early is just because you really need to get the car to turn in properly, not running wide off to those Recaro signs there, but get the car to turn in really nicely so that you can get a good exit. I generally would drop down into second or third gear here, try and clip it but not touch the grass. You have to clip it and not touch the grass, okay, and run it out wide onto this curve here. So try and keep it off the green stuff and rather keep it on the browner silvery stuff, okay, just because you get a bit better exit. If you can keep it a little bit tighter and off the stuff, it will be awesome stuff that you'll get a much better drive. The wheels don't actually spin when you get off that curve. Okay, so as you exit here, then it's literally all about hugging the inside and taking the shortest line all the way up the straights. I like to hug the inside. Looks like I'm going in the pits, kind of dummies people. And then start finish straight. First corner, right? So don't look at that 100 board. Where you want to look at is in between the two. So generally, if you're on a harder tire, you'd brake a little bit earlier, but on the softer tire, I like to brake between 50 or 60 meters, just so that I'm slowing the car down and making sure that I'm planning how I want to take that first corner. Okay, these first few sections of corners gains you so much time. I mean, you can gain or lose about 0.8 of a second depending how well you can take the corner. You can see this Italian guy here is quite good, 1:30.5, so that's a decent, really good time to aim for. Okay, so try and brake 50 to 60 meters, run it out wide for the initially, but then come in tight. Generally I'm in third or second gear, preferably second gear, so that I'm at least hugging this corner. You have to hug the corner, because this first one puts you in a good position for turn 2 and turn 3. Okay, so hug this corner, make sure you're as tight as you can be. Follow these like darker marks on the track. Okay, hug that first corner, up into third, cut turn 2, cut it, corner cutting clan, cut it. Okay, cut turn 2, and then hug turn 3 as much as you can here, shifting up the gears whatever needs to be, and then roll it out very gently onto the exit curve. Guys, I can't stress it enough, you can gain at least 0.2, 0.3, 0.4 in your laps if you can do that as perfectly as you can as possible. It's a short track, a lot of time get lost. Right, then turn 4, generally I'm either in 6th gear when I'm revving the car out, or 7th gear when I'm short shifting. I would brake always on this 100-meter board. I always brake there, but I'd brake, if you look at my brake marker in the bottom corner, I'd brake fully at the beginning and then half throttle it till I get to that corner. Sorry, half braking it till I get to the corner, and then trail braking as well. So just a bit of accelerator and as little brake as I can, not obviously overshooting the corner, but braking so that I can at least coast into it. I would then shift down. Usually I can take it in 3rd, but really when I want to get a good exit in a tight turn, I'd shift it down into 2nd, again on the curve, up into 3rd, and then accelerating as soon as I get midway or on the apex of the corner. Okay, when I accelerate out, I really want to, the best lap times is when you can literally get your car just on this little curve. If you can get it a little bit before the curve, you might have lost maybe about a 10th doing that, but again, it's all about safety, so it's better to be inside rather than over this curve on the green stuff, because if you in any car that has its engine in the back, the MR cars, guaranteed you're going to spin that thing around touching this green stuff, so avoid the AstroTurf, the darker green AstroTurf on the end here. Okay, you can see all the skid marks from people losing out here on this corner. Okay, so keep it at least on the curve as you can. From 3rd up into 4th, 5th, hugging the curve here, exiting nicely. Then turn 6, I brake before the 50 bar board. Some guys can brake after it, but I like to brake at least 60-75 meters from the board. Generally I would be up into 6th gear at this time, 5th gear for some other cars, and then I'll accelerate from 6th gear down to 5th, down to 4th, and again on the curve here, cutting this corner. I generally then would shift down to 3rd just to get it to turn in for the 2nd section, and up into 4th, just about half or 3/4 shot throttle as I exited it, then wide onto this corner. Right, this curve, sorry. It's quite key to hug that curve, but also it's key to slow down enough to take the first one that you're hugging it, but once you've slowed down and you at least know that your car is going to make the 2nd corner, accelerating out so that you get the speed exiting the 2nd corner and onto this little backing here. Okay, it's a little trick I learned from doing quali laps over and over again, so always try and get as much speed out of the 2nd corner if you can. Okay, then turn number 7. This is a weird one to try and find a braking point for. I just know it from muscle memory, but you see there's no like boards or like marks on the track that kind of tells you where it is that you need to brake for this one. I think different cars obviously then also have different braking points for this corner, so it's very difficult for me to kind of give an indication where to brake. But what I do is, usually I'm in 4th, 5th gear here, revving it out, and I'd brake just about here where you see this first tire mark. Okay, as you touch that first tire mark, I would drop down to 2nd and even into 1st, because what I want to do is really grab this corner. This is one of the corners that you can actually cut as much as possible, and it helps to cut it. If you're wide, you then find you have to slow down a lot more to try and get to the 2nd one. Okay, whereas with this one you can cut it and accelerate a bit earlier out in 2nd gear, and then you're already in your next gear for this corner, right? So you see that I had a little bit of a wiggle that you can kind of catch and correct, but you can catch it for the 2nd one where you literally hug it as much as you can. Okay, This one, hug it and then try and just feed your throttle in very nicely. You really have to, like, if you look at the throttle now, as you hit in this corner, you should be doing something like that with your accelerator. And as you're about to exit, you see you build the throttle very slowly as you exit the corner. Okay, it's fun. This one, if you know you've got this corner right, especially if you're on a wheel, if you feel the wheel like shudder, like gotta go, because there's this certain point in the track where it literally makes the tires grip in and shake as you're going out. It's, for me, I love this corner just by that feeling that you get through the wheel, through the force feedback. So second gear as you exit, third onto this exit curve, and then the last corner I always try and take a middle line but shoot out wide so that I can get this next hairpin like right-hander, which is turn number 9. Okay, so turn 9, generally I shift down to second here first, even so that I get the turn in. At the black box I'm already turning in, and again cutting the corner so that I'm coming out straight as early as I can up into second gear so that I don't spin my wheels on the exit. Okay, so from turn number 8 you stay in the middle, shoot out wide as you entering this corner, turning in, cutting it, and then pointing your car as straight as you can and upshifting so that you don't spin your tires on exit. Okay, then turn 10, generally I'm in 4th, 5th gear here. I'd hug it where I can, right? Half throttle and then full throttle, trying to exit as much as I can using that curve on exit. And then remember again, we'll be down into second, taking the last turn, and then exiting as fast as we can. Right, it's a lot to go through. I'm hoping that you guys do amazing times on this track. I'm looking forward to the race. I'll do a quick hot lap for you guys as well. And yeah, just guys, let's get it going. Let's make sure that we are quick around this last race. Looking forward to a lot of competition, and this is my bogey track. Hopefully it's your track that you guys love a lot. It is a very technical track, and once you get into a rhythm with this one, you'll definitely love this race. So quick hot lap and then I'll end things off. Right, let's go. Second, taking the curve nice and tight. Tires are a bit cold, so forgive me. Hugging as much as I can, hugging. Follow the black lines that are on the track, guys. Braking at about 75-60. Ooh, I'm running wide. I need to warm these tires up. Let's do a second lap, okay? We're gonna do a second lap, don't worry. Brake at the 100, remember? Second, third on my way out. Remember, try and push it as much as you can, guys. Fourth, third, up to fourth to exit out. First, cut this corner, guys, cut it. Second on my exit. Third. Okay, just kill the penalty quickly. First here. Second. There we go, hugging. Right, let's go. Second, cut it. Let's do a good lap here, boys. Come on. Can we catch that 130.4? Let's see. If you guys are keen, A Fenter 10, it is his lobby. We should be doing a race shortly with him. Hug this corner, guys, hug it. Up to third. Cut that corner, but fine if you can. turn 3, up the gears, great stuff, braking at the 100 for turn 4, up to 3rd, hug turn 5, but exit out wide so that you don't lose speed, about 60 or 70 you'd brake. Was a bit too low a gear there. There we go. Brake to first, second, so that I don't spin. Hug that. There's the shake. Did you hear it? That means the corner's good. Hug again. Exit nice and straight. Great stuff. Half throttle it if you have to. Remember, run nicely onto the curve. Second, exit as quick as you can. Nice. And then remember, all the way down the straight, hug as much as you can, guys. Hug as much as you can. This lap should get me about a 131 something. Here we go. So that's a lap of Interlagos, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Again, big shout out to Sky Coffee Company. You can catch them on Facebook at Sky Coffee Company, on Instagram or Twitter at Sky Coffee Co. Look out for me on Facebook at KLM Pace-GTSport on Facebook. Otherwise on Twitter at PaceKLM or on Instagram at KLM Pace. Till next time, guys. See me tomorrow for this race at 9 PM GTSSA. The final of the manufacturers boys, and then the following week it's the grand finals, top 5 I think from each nations and manufacturers will go head to head. And then yeah, catch me on Saturday hopefully for this race as well. I'll be streaming it if I can, and then yeah, looking forward to all the videos I'm going to be posting for you guys. Anyway guys, stay safe, keep well, peace out.